Okay, so today let me put it on my face. This video is going to be about building things, all right? Everyone gives this fucking generic cookie cutter advice. Oh, just build a project. And people care about you building projects, but no one tells you, like, how do I decide what to do? Like, because everything's so overwhelming, right? You have access to unlimited information on Google. There's literally trillions of data points on Google. Trillions. Like, as we speak, there's probably billions and billions and hundreds of billions of clicks and API calls and all this shit going on in the background, right? So I'm making this video to help you guys figure out, or pretty much show you how I do it, figuring out what to build, right? So this is going to be a whiteboard day. It's just going to be a quick, short one. It's actually as simple as just listing out your interests. Bear with me, I'm using my mouse. Interests. What interests you? All right, what interests you? So for me, like, these are apps I've built before, like mini apps around things I like. So I'll list out my interests. So one is Pokemon. The other one's RuneScape. Yu-Gi-Oh! The gym. Kickboxing. So this is what I spend most of my time. This is what, wait, why is this not ending? This is where I spend the bulk of my, you could say, free time. This is my free time or leisure. I would consider, like, doing these things leisure. Oh yeah, I forgot to add anime. All right. So these are my leisure items that I like to just spend time with and not think about, like, coding, targets, anything. It's just things I do for fun. I spend time like with Yu-Gi-Oh! Building decks, right? I spend time with anime just watching the animes I like. I like shonen, I like fighting. Right? I spend time in the gym lifting weights. I spend time at kickboxing, trying to learn techniques to defend myself, right? I spend time on RuneScape because I just like how it takes your mind off the day, right? So then you can go into your interests. So within your interests, it's like, okay, what would I like? What do I wish? Let me clear the page, actually. Let me clear the page. And let's pick, for example, yeah, so let's delete this. So let's pick, for example, Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! And then decks. All right, so it's like, what do I wish I had? What do I wish I had with respect to building decks? So for example, like for me, I would always find myself, I'd be looking up the card, look up card, and then I would look up multiple prices. Multiple prices. So I'm going to different places and I find myself repeatedly doing this action. So basically what I've discovered within my own behavior is I have a need. I'm trying to fulfill a need because I keep doing this action over and over and over again, right? So if I'm doing this action over and over and over again, maybe that's a wish I could fulfill for myself with the project, right? So maybe I could make a project that has all these leads in one. Let's put a start here. Boom. So why don't I make a project that points to one interface that has all the prices of different websites, right? Another example, right? Just because I do a lot of coding videos with you guys. Let's delete this whiteboard and Python playground and chat GPT, right? So let's look at code, right? We got elite code. We got algo expert. We got boot dev. These are the platforms I use. So what do these things have that are missing from the other? Right, so boot dev has an AI helper, right? But none of these three have a playground. None of these two have a helper with AI. So boot.dev fulfills this, but it still doesn't have the playground. These two, LeetCode Algo Expert, don't have the playground or a helper. And all of these three don't have a whiteboard. So you could create a project that encompasses all these needs. So to summarize how to figure out what to build, so how to find idea, right? So how to find idea is look at your behavior. Look at your behavior, your repeated behavior. Look at your repeated behavior. This looks like cook. Oh. So look at your repeated behavior and automate it. Automate in one application. Boom. That's how you find out what to build. The other things are, it's like, yeah, you just look at your interests, because your interests kind of dictate where you spend most of your time. Where you spend most of your time is where you can track most of your behavior. Where you can track most of your behavior, you can find out where you can automate. And that's how you find a project idea. So that's just something for me. I know a lot of people always struggle with figuring out what to build, because everyone just tells you to build something. And it's very unique to you, right? So it's like, okay, like they're like, okay, just build a project. But what the fuck does that mean? Like, what do I do with that info, right? So it's like, this is what I used to do. If we go, let's say, to my LinkedIn page, I even list out my projects here. For example, look at this. Show all your projects. It's data aggregator, Pokemon top 3. Right, so I created a top 3 Pokemon thing. So basically, it's like you get to build your roster of 6 and submit it to a database. I was using PostgreSQL because I wanted to learn it. And what happened was it takes all these 3 and it takes all the submissions. So let's say 1,000 people submit it, and it will return the top 3 most picked Pokemon. So I call it top 3 Pokemon, because you build a Pokemon roster, and the website or the app spits out the top 3 most selected Pokemon of all these rosters. Second one, guided web crawler. This one I did through another platform. I did this on boot dev. It's a guided project, so that's not really my own idea. But this one, my internet usage tracker, It's pretty much for YouTube. So what I did here was I would have a timer for daily accumulated time, and it would track the time spent on YouTube per day. See? So, and it would spit out a weekly usage chart. And this was all done in JavaScript, HTML, CSS, and I used a bit of I had to learn like Chrome extension permissions and shit like that. But I was able to create this, and it was just based on my behavior. I'm always going on YouTube. I'm always trying to like look at videos. I'm trying to make my videos. I'm trying to do this. So it's like, okay, why not just build something to track how much time I spend on YouTube, right? And this is just from my life, right? So this is a project idea that you could do. Another one, let's see, fundamentals of Arduino with sensors. I build electronics at work, right? So all I did was, for a project idea, I made a course showing people how to wire sensors, which I already do on a daily basis, how to write C++ code, which I already do on a daily basis, how to use Arduino and configure the two, integrate the two together, what I do on a regular basis, right? So I just built my project idea around what I do. Another one, favorite Pokemon app. It allows you to select your favorite Pokemon and it saves it. I use Firebase as the database. I used what's called React, and I use CSS, Heroku to host it, and GitHub to version control it and shit like that. And then these are like my old projects from university, like Capstone, wireless communications, and another thing. But like as you can see here, my Capstone project, sensors, wiring, boom. So what's my project idea going to be for my portfolio? Sensors, wiring. You see, I'm not really going outside of my range of skills, right? I'm not doing something like fucking building a rocket ship, right? I'm just taking what I do on a daily basis, turn that into a project idea, and automate things I do repeatedly. So if you enjoyed that, please give it a thumbs up, like and subscribe. Kaneologist out.